I could tell you a story about a campaign that I did.
Well, please.
That was 4 days from failing.
Okay.
4 days from failing.
Which campaign?
It was a campaign. A guy was trying to raise 100 grand.
Right.
To create a kids opera CD.
Wow.
And I always like to get to know my clients on a personal level. What's your story? Because that's what people are going to resonate with.
I think it's really important, really, to make that engagement and that connection in those videos too, don't you?
Yes, and I was going to ask you a question. Don't you think that people, yes, they have to like the product, but don't they have to kind of connect with the person? Aren't you really buying the person?
Very much so.
Okay.
You know, very much so. It's really important. You know, don't just put a trailer up. You know, I mean, they're backing you. I mean, we're talking, authentic, real messaging, to people to get them to contribute. And by the way, this is a contribution. Crowdfunding is not begging. Don't anyone think that. Everyone that contributes gets a reward.
Right.
And there's two reasons people will contribute. A is passion for the project, but secondly, for the rewards. So go back to the 4-day success here.
Well, the thing is that it's you're not begging. You're actually pre-selling something. People are getting something for their money, and I fell in love with some campaigns. So this particular campaign, this guy had an incredible story. It was a guy went to Stanford, like Sid. Sid goes shopping there.
Yep.
And he smart guy.
Right.
Graduated. When he was a teenager, I found out, his brother was a couple years older, 1984, brain cancer, had a year to live.
Stop it.
Right? And his brother was visited by Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak in the hospital.
Jeez.
Because he was an incredible programmer. And he was also one of these guys that, hey, I have brain cancer. I'm going to live my life, though. I'm going to continue to do what I love. And I was like, you're kidding. And yeah, my brother died in a year, just like they said. And then a month after that, my dad, who also went to Stanford and the mayor of Palo Alto, or a town around there, committed suicide.
Eesh.
I said, wait a second.
Is there anything upbeat about this story?
Well, what's upbeat about this?
We're losing views.
Well, what's upbeat about the story is that when you look at this guy and how happy he is in his life, and he's got 2 beautiful kids and a wife, and he's successful, you root for this guy. Because you would think somebody that went through that kind of tragedy wouldn't be that much of a go-getter.
Correct.
And I'm like, man, that's your story. I'm rooting for you.
Right.
So I follow everybody's campaign.
Sure.
I track it.
Sure.
And I call up and I go, you're not going to make it. You got 4 days left and you have to raise a lot of money.
So what'd you guys do?
So I told him, since he lived in Colorado, to make another video.
Right.
I said, make another video and tell that story. And he did. And he got a check it started pouring in.
Really?
He got a check for 10 grand, he got a check for 5 grand, and he hit his goal.
Love it.
At the last minute.
Campaigns, and we do call them campaigns, think of it as like if you lost New Hampshire, you still got Minnesota next week in the primaries.
There you go.
You have to continue to work them. You have to continue to update them. You have to continue to put as much energy into it to get it back.